Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lori and I'm the face behind Entre Tejidos Crochet. Today's video is going to be a vlog of hopefully me working through the custom orders that I have that were placed at a pop-up that I made back in like the beginning of September, and I only worked like on one of them. The rest, it's not okay, let me explain. It's not that I've been dragging my feet, because I haven't. It's just that I just haven't had the time, because before I got those custom orders, I had gotten like these little orders from kiddos at the school that I work at. So I've been trying to work through them. Who would have thought that being a teacher, I wouldn't have enough time to do that and then crochet at the same time. Who would have thought, right? But it's all good. It's all been good. It's just that apart from that, there have been things that I have had to do that take away time from the already limited time of crocheting. Make sense? I hope it does. But we're gonna start off this vlog with like a sort of like catching up. This is where I'm at. This is what I expect, or I hope to do over the next couple of days or maybe weeks that I'm filming this video. I don't know. The first thing is that I think like 2 or 3 vlogs ago, I shared the cardigan that I started working. This is one panel. Okay, we're gonna try and do this. This is one panel. And then, oh my gosh. Wait, yes. Is it this way? Yeah, this is the second one. This is not exactly how it's going to look, but kind of. I literally just have 4 more rounds to finish this one. And I love, 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 love the idea that it's going from like the white and neutrals and then it ends up in the pink, while this one started at the lighter pink and then moved over into the neutrals. I can't wait for it to be all seamed up. The days are very rainy and like windy, so I am excited to finally be able to wear it. Well, wear it because of the weather, and also wear it because I'm almost done with it. I designed another pattern, which is kind of weird because I should have like ironed everything out for Daisy Dragon and baby Daisy Dragon. But after the first 2 dragons I made, I have not made another dragon, and I kind of need to. Well, to be fair, I don't need to. I want to. That's the major difference. And I did pick out my colors for the next standard size, so the next Daisy Dragon, and it's these. And I'm pleasantly surprised that I'm going with these colors, because it'll be a very pink pastel sort of dragon. I don't know what safety eyes I'm going to use, because I don't think I have like really light ones. I've been thinking, yes, I do need to work on custom orders. Yes, I do need to work on the plushies for the little kids, but I want to do something for myself. And one of those, other than the cardigan, is the dragon. But apart from having to work on the dragon, I made another pattern. I designed another pattern, which is for the All Things Autumn Crochet-A-Long, and it's another bug. This one is Beady Beetle, and the major differences is that yes, we are going for the chunky bug look, but it's chunky with the wings. Not that the wings are like, it's not that the body is just chunky and then you have the wings. It's like, it's a whole thing. So this is Beady Beetle. I do hope to add a few add-ons so that you can make, like, if you want to make the horned beetle, like the rhinoceros beetle or Goliath beetle or something like that, then you can. But this is the overall look. I wanted to go, like, when you look at beetles. They're not exactly square beetles because there aren't square beetles, but it's more like it's not too rounded or too long. It's like in between. And I really wanted to capture that with the beetle. And look, this is ivy. This is the new Parfait Chunky Ivy. I don't know. I love it. If you look over here, like right over there, this darker one, that's emerald. And you can see that it's significantly darker. Ivy is significantly darker than emerald. These are my eyes. These, if I recall correctly, sparkle or something. I don't know. It's one of my newer colors, hence why I don't remember the name. And then, as I mentioned, this is ivy mixed with goblin and eggplant, and I'm excited for him. I do plan on making a couple more of these because at the pop-up that I was at, bugs were like, the chunky bugs were like the most appealing plushie, like one of the most appealing plushies that I had there. So I'm definitely going to stock up on these. After this update, at least in the next update, I hope to include another dragon that I finished another dragon and hopefully show you the cardigan because I am literally in the home stretch of the cardigan. Like, I would guess maybe 2 more hours worth of work of like finishing the rounds that I still need to make and then assemble things. So we'll see because it all depends on the amount of time that I have left. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's update. I will check back in later. Bye. It's update time. It's been 8 days since I last filmed. However, despite the week being very, very busy, I was still able to crochet. I just wasn't able to like sit down and like, this is what I did, that sort of part. But now I get to update you all on that. Yes, my voice is weird. I don't feel sick. It could be that I'm getting sick. I don't know. I don't feel bad. I don't feel sick or anything. So we'll see. We'll see what it actually is. Now, I do have quite a bit to show you. And the project that's nearly finished is the cardigan. It doesn't look like much, but I did finish the second panel or the second side, which was this one. Now, and I was able to seam up the top edge to make like the sleeve on both sides. I need to just join up the sides. And then I think what I'm going to do, like once I'm done seaming up the center, I'm gonna add some, a bit more length to the sleeves because I would love them to be a bit more droopy. But the project is nearly done. Here is how one side looks. And here's the second side. This is definitely one of those projects that once I'm ready to relax, I'll grab it and try and finish it as soon as I can, because I have been not necessarily scrambling, but because it was a very busy week, I was getting a bit, I don't want to say like overwhelmed, because it wasn't that I was overwhelmed. It's just that typically when you're making plushies, they don't take a whole lot of time. But I had started on a daisy dragon and it took me about a week to finish. And I was really feeling like, I don't know, let's say like down, because I would literally just pick her up and maybe work on one leg. And yes, I know I'm the person that says like any sort of progress is still progress. I was getting a bit nervous because not only am I making dragons, I'm also having the pattern tested. And I do want to make it so that when my testers have time to make the pattern, that they're not left like, oh, now I have to wait for this part. The pattern is complete. It's just that I needed to make a few updates, update a few pictures and whatnot. This week, I finally finished her, and it's very much, you know, yeah, I'm excited. I'm at a loss for words for her because it's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to make like a pink dragon, like a very pink on pink dragon. And I did it. I even had to paint custom eyes for her. But look. This is the original Daisy dragon, the standard size. And I chose this very light pink color is from Hobie. And then I added rose, which is this like mauve color with bubblegum and pink lemonade from from Premier Yarns Parfait Chunky. And then I was actually stumped because I was like, I don't have the right color of pink, because the colors that I chose for her were inspired by this like color palette that I found on Pinterest. And I really wanted to add like this peachy pop of color. So I did. I came up with a new glitter mix. This is called Candy Floss, and it has, I just think that it ties everything together. I shared her with my testers, and one of them was like, if I made her, I wouldn't be able to sell her because she's just so, just look at her. And yes, she is wearing a headband. Yes. I thought that it would look like overkill, that it would be too much to add a headband because we already have the horns, but I don't know. I love it. I really, really do. Then I was inspired and made another one. This one is the baby Daisy dragon. She is significantly smaller. I actually made her over the course of a day. Daisy dragon does take a little bit more time to make, but she is totally worth it. Let me bring them into frame. Like, this is the difference. Like, this is, see? Oh my goodness, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. So this is the second Daisy dragon, baby Daisy dragon that I've made. The first one I had to gift away. And I already pulled out colors to make my third and final baby Daisy dragon before the pattern release. The colors are going to be red, like the body is going to be red with accent colors being this mustard yellow, kind of like my shirt, and this and charcoal by Parfait Chunky. And I think I might add like a lighter gray. I already started on it because, as I was mentioning, that I'm still working on adding pictures to the pattern and whatnot. And since we do have puff stitches to make, and we do have triple mini bobbles, it sounds like a mouthful, but in the pattern, I wanted to take like, you know, progress photos of how to do each of the stitches. So I had to take those. I did the specialty stitches with these parts, and I already, you know, I'm making headway on the last baby Daisy dragon. I am working on something else as well. I am going a bit haywire with all the things that I'm doing, but I love what I do regardless. I'm making a chameleon. So this is part of the Get Stitching with Tyra. So it's crochet or handmade by Tyra, or crochet with Tyra. She has a chameleon pattern. It's called Camille the Chameleon. I'll insert a picture of it here. And it's almost the end of September. I was supposed to have worked up on, worked a couple of her patterns, but you know, it's all good. As long as I'm able to make one, I can still stay in the group. And so far I have worked up 2.5 legs. So I'm good. Now I just need to do the whole body, but I still have a couple of days before the end of September to work on it. So probably after I'm done with the other baby daisy dragon, I'll work on that chameleon. It's just that maybe for September we might not get like a designer spotlight sort of video, because to be honest, I just haven't had the time to work on anything other than what I have to do. So be it a custom order or like a pattern test that I need to do, or even work on my own patterns, those have been like the main focus because of the lack of time. Now I have a lot of yarn to show you because I have a haul order, because if you saw the everything I made in September video or the prepping plushies for Cuddles for Courage video, you might have noticed that I made a lot of plushies in blanket yarn. So a lot of these two squares, even though it doesn't look like it because it's a mess right now, I did use up quite a bit of the blanket yarn, and I needed to restock colors, especially the neutral colors, so that I could continue making more plushies. Now, I am going to show you the yarn. I am just not going to put it away just yet, because we do have a fall break coming up in a couple of weeks, and I think I'm going to use like 1 or 2 of those days and organize this area. So it's a mess right now. I'm trying not to look at it too much because it's like, let me organize it. But I do want to wait until then so that I can do it like over the course of a day and not like in little bits and pieces, if you will. But let me move some things around so that I can show you, because we are making a jumbo daisy dragon, like this one, but in Parfait XL. And I already got the custom eyes for her. I can't even get the box into frame, but this is the box. It is heavy. Let's open her up and I'll show you. So as I mentioned, most of these are basix chenille with Parfait Chunky XL, well, actually Parfait XL. And I did get 2 skeins of the new, this is apple green color, or sour apple color, that they added to Parfait Chunky. As if I don't have enough greens in there, but you can never have enough greens. So 2 of those. And then I got, this is all basix chenille. I got eggplant, shell, mint, tangerine. Some of these colors I've already used, but for like this one, this is new to me. But I needed to like restock. This is light blue, lemon, I love this yellow, hot coral, which kind of reminds me of mango from Parfait Chunky, kiwi, fog, bubblegum, rust, caramel, blush, poppy, mushroom, black, curry. I don't want to cover up. I'm running out of space. Let me see if I can move things around. So we have curry, steel cut oats, which I got 2 skeins of, chocolate, banana, denim, periwinkle. This one is pewter with teal blue. This one is orchid and mustard. I got overtaken by yarn. Can you still see me? Yeah, you can. Anywho, enough shenanigans. Let me clean this up a little bit so that I can show you the like what the jumbo baby, well, jumbo daisy dragon is going to be. So you may or may not know that my brand colors are purple, dark purple, and a green. That's kind of the overall look that I go with. So I thought that it'd be fitting to make a standard daisy dragon in those colors. The body is going to be sage, with the accent colors being purple and lavender. And I think it's going to look amazing. I can't wait. But in order for me to actually work on her, what I'm going to do is once I'm done with like the things that I really need to work on, like the pattern test for another chameleon, which is for oddball crochet, and once I'm done with the crochet with Tyra pattern that I'm testing, well, not testing, I'm making just so that I can stay in the Get Stitching group. And once I'm done with that other baby daisy dragon, I will start working on her. And I will take you all along for the journey. That is going to be the update for today's video. I will check back in later. Hopefully it doesn't take me a whole week to update you all. That'll be it, and see you later. My hair is poofy, my voice is kind of getting there, and it's update time. It hasn't been a week. It's been 6 days. Yes, I am getting very technical, but at least this time around, I have been very, very, very productive with what I've been able to do or finish off in those 6 days. They'll be shown off in the manner that creates the least amount of mess. My craft room, thankfully, you just see like this part here. It's a mess. I really can't wait until we get into that week where we are off from school so that I can reorganize things a little bit better so that it's not, this is the type of crochet chaos I don't like. It's the messy one. A couple of vlogs ago, I mentioned that some of the girls at my school found out that Missy crochets. And they have asked for some plushies. And these are for a 3rd grader. She requested a pink ducky with a pink flower. Now, the pattern, I don't recall the pattern designer's name, but I know that the pattern is called Duncan Duck, and the flower, I just freehanded it. So that's one kiddo happy. I was also finally able to fasten off this pink bunny, and the pattern that I used is by BK Crochet, and I don't know, I think it's the fact that I added the black headband with the bright pink and like light pink that it just, I don't know, it reminds me of like the poodle, I don't know, maybe like the 1950s like classic, is it like a poodle or something? It's not like a poodle, but the sort of clothes style that it's like this big flowy skirt with like white and black shoes and whatnot. I don't know, that's what it's reminding me of. So another kiddo, super, super happy. Then I was only able to finish one pattern by Crochet with Kyra, and this is her Camilla the Chameleon. I made her in Parfait Plush, and her eyes are by Stitched by D. I love this. I love it. When I took the final photos, I like placed her on my arm like this, and it's just, I don't know, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, for sure. I'm part of a group that we kind of hype people's patterns up. The idea came from Oddball Crochet. In August, it was Oddball Crochet's turn. September was Crochet with Kyra, or by Kyra. Crochet by Tyra or Kyra. I'm really bad at remembering social media handles. And then October started off with Avery Crochets. I already got 2 of her patterns because I want to make some small things, some small plushies. So she has this pattern that looks about this big, made in blanket yarn. So if I make it in Parfait Chunky, it might be smaller, and it's for a candy. And I want to make a lot of small sized candies so that they can fit inside of joy jars, because I'm also prepping to donate a lot of smaller plushies for Cuddles for Courage. So hopefully this month I'll be able to do a lot of those smaller patterns, especially by this designer, so that I can still be a part of the Get Stitching group. Then I finished a pattern test for Threadborn Treasures. This is her first ever pattern. And look. This is Poppy the puppy. And I made her with Premier's Parfait Chunky in apricot and chocolate. And this is, taking the fluffies away, this is HMBB's caterpillar yarn. It kind of looks blue, but it's called, the color is called aubergine. It's like a really rich purple. I gave her embroidered eyes because the eyes that I thought of using for her, it just, I don't know. I think it was better that I went with embroidered eyes. I don't know. She just looks so sweet. And look at her body. It's like so pudgy. Look. So squishy. So I finished that pattern test. So far I fastened off 4 projects. I'm pretty sure that in the last update I showed you that I had finished a standard sized daisy dragon, but I wasn't able to show you because I actually finished them after that last update, and it's these 2. So I finished 2 baby daisies. I actually talked a little bit more about them in my recent video, the how to pick your yarn colors, or how I pick my yarn colors for projects sort of video. If you haven't watched that, I'll link it up here, and I'll also link it in the description box. But if you saw that, then I talked in depth about these 2 cuties. But so far, 6 plushies have been fastened off. And then I was able to finish the other pattern test that I was a part of. And it was for Campbell the chameleon. The pattern is by Oddball Crochet. I did not use green yarn because I didn't want to use green yarn. I went rogue. I don't know. I do have a full skein of Bernat blanket in smoky green back there, but I was like, I want to do a lot of colors. I don't know what it is about Audrey's patterns that I just want to use variegated yarn. And I did. And look at how cute he turned out. The eyes are by straight up handmade, and they color shift and they match the colors of the body. And just look at his adorable crust. So from the last update up until now, I've been able to finish 7 plushies, which is like mind blown. By the way, if you see a lot of like screaming and screeching and laughing, my kiddos are playing outside, just outside this, like just behind you. So that's why there's a lot of like squeals and whatnot, but it's because of that. And then technically, I haven't fastened it off completely. I finally seamed up the middle part of the front. I wove in all my ends. I added length to one of the sleeves, and I'm halfway done with the length of the other sleeve. But I wanted to include this in this update because I love this. Here's my cardigan. I turned it more into a top, which is what I love about the pattern, that you can turn it into a top or a cardigan. But I seamed it up until here in the front. It's seamed in the back, and then I was able to add length to this sleeve. And I wanted the edge of the sleeve to be a bit tapered, and the pattern does have the instructions for making it like a bit scrunched up. So I did. Technically, the sleeves, I did not need to add a whole lot. So I just added about, give or take 4 inches. And right now I'm working on the other side, which I just need to do like a couple more rounds and then like the decreased rounds so that it's a bit tapered. But I'm done. I'm done with it. And hopefully I'll be able to finish it completely by tonight and then be able to take final photos with it. I'm happy. I really am. Just look at it from the back. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. So there are weeks when we are on top of things and we finish off a lot of things. And then there are weeks that we just get the one thing done, and that is okay. I'm happy. I love this. I love this. I love this so, so much. Crochet really does make me happy. And being able to bless other people with what I'm able to do is like, it just makes things even better. But that is the end of today's vlog. If you liked today's video, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, commenting down below. You know the drill. Next week's video will most likely be the everything I made in September sort of video, which might be a little bit different. It might be a little bit more like the one I made in August, where I had a lot of like pictures here, because in the August video, most of the makes that I had finished in August were donated by the time I filmed the video. And then this time around, throughout the month of September, I've made a lot of things that were custom orders or I gifted them. So it might be a little bit, but for sure, most of the cuties that you did see right now will be there, and I'll talk a little bit more about the pattern there. So if that's of interest to you, please stick around for this crazy crochet chaos, and I will see you next time. Bye.